So Assetto Corsa EVO is now out, and although Kunos stress it is still a racing simulator, I think the free roam elements that have been teased and will come out later this year have left a few people unconvinced. So is Assetto Corsa EVO still a racing simulator? Let's find out. So I'm going to do my first laps on AC EVO, and I think it's a good opportunity to test how it feels, looks, sounds, all those key things that basically make or break a sim. And overall, is it nice to drive, and is it somewhat realistic? So I have chosen the quickest car in the game so far, which is the Mercedes-AMG GT2 at Mount Panorama, Bathurst, practice session, 60 minutes. Just do some laps, see how it all feels and how it all is. Weather's on clear, static, so I'm getting rid of as many variables as possible. It's nice and fair, and it's the same lap to lap. It's not going to change grip-wise or anything like that. Obviously, there is the rain option, but that's for another video, I think. Assist-wise on Pro, because we don't need those. So let's get into the game. Nice little burnout. Either the people in the pit will move around a bit more than we used to, you know? A little bit more realistic. I think the first thing we can really comment on is the audio, because it's pretty apparent how that is from the off. And it's very, very similar to ACC, with a few more, I guess, added effects, like a few more things you would hear in a race car, like bumps, noises, random. Like in a race car, you sort of assume it's just the engine noise you hear, but there are other weird bumps and cracks and wallops and stuff you do hear, and I'm getting more of that sensation in AC EVO than I got in ACC. So yeah, I don't think it was actually bad in ACC, so I don't think changing it too much would have been a good thing, and they haven't. They've kept it very similar, just added a few more effects, and overall I think it sounds pretty good. Obviously there are 20 cars that come out with the initial release of AC EVO. I haven't gone around and tested them all. I'm just trying the Merc AMG GT2 because out of all the cars that are released with the game, it's the most that's like a thoroughbred race car, you could say. I suppose you could argue the Porsche Cup is, but I just assume, you know, given my experience in real life as in GT3, this is the closest thing to a GT3. So it made sense for me to test this. So I guess the next thing we could talk about is the graphics. So I think it's fair to say, so I'm running it on high graphics right now, the high preset, so not absolutely to the max, but not far off. I'm on an ultra-wide 49-inch monitor, 1440p, and I'm getting 80 FPS right now, 70, 80. It's quite a few little micro stutters and stuff, so I'm getting the sense that it's not been well optimized for the minute. Obviously, they've moved away from the Unreal Engine graphics engine. They've got an in-house graphics engine now at Kunos, so it is different. And I'd say fundamentally, like, I can see the potential in it. It looks like it could be really good, but for now, it just doesn't seem very well optimized, which, you know, is fair enough. It is early access, and yeah, you could say, you know, although it doesn't sound too bad, we are on the track on our own. Once you throw other cars and stuff into the mix, that FPS is going to tank quite a lot. And, you know, if you add in, you know, if I drive at night, it's going to get even less. If I add in rain, it's going to get less. So, yeah, it doesn't leave us a great deal at the minute of room, wiggle room, from an FPS point of view. That's way too deep on the brakes. Okay, so if we move on to the physics very briefly. Mate, I am braking way too late here. What am I doing? It is 8:30 a.m. on Friday morning, and you can tell because I'm driving like arse. Let's try and just touch on some of the physics points and what it feels like to drive. So the first thing I would comment on is a good thing that they've kept the weight feeling that ACC had. So the cars in ACC always felt really heavy. You know, big, you know, it's over a ton GT3 car, GT2 car, and it does feel it feels the same in that sense. They've kept that, which I really liked, because it made it feel immersive and realistic. You know, the cars in real life do feel heavy, and I feel like other sim titles don't capture that as well as Kunos do. The next thing would be the suspension behavior. So I've done a few laps before going before recording this video, and you know, just the general feel of it, but also looking back at the replay and stuff, I feel like they've enhanced the suspension behaviour quite a lot compared to ACC. In ACC, I think the cars felt quite bouncy. The suspension did very weird things, and the way it would ride bumps, curbs, that sort of stuff was not ideal, if we're being brutally honest, whereas it does feel better in this. So I feel like they've addressed those issues quite a lot. We hit this curb, you know, I feel like if I did that in ACC, I would have gone to the moon, whereas it just feels a little bit more settled in AC Evo, which, you know, the curb sounds actually are pretty good as well. Heard that. It feels a little bit more towards how a race car should feel from a suspension point of view, which, as I say, was always a weakness of ACC and AC. So it just feels like it glides over the curb instead of hits the curb, which, yeah, these big cars in real life, they do just glide over the curbs. You know, you can feel it, but you don't feel it that much. And all these bumps and stuff, I'm not feeling as much through the wheel anymore, which is good. I guess to sum it up overall, the feeling through the wheel, it does feel, I guess, more numb than ACC. I'm not getting as much detail through the wheel, but honestly, right, that sounds like it's a negative, but I don't think it is, in terms of realism anyway. Because in the GT cars I've driven in real life, it is numb through the steering wheel, because these cars have quite extensive power steering systems, more so in the BMW in that test I did in Dubai recently compared to the McLaren. Like, you can't feel a great deal through the wheel. Like, it's really numb. It's almost like you're not even driving a race car. Like, that's one thing that did surprise me, is how easy it felt through the wheel. You literally just, you feel the bare minimum, you can feel the tyres loading up, feel a little bit of, you know, bump and curb and stuff like that, but honestly, you can't feel much. And I do get that sensation through this that it's a dampened feeling of, you know, this is what it feels like through power steering. So in that sense, you know, from a realism point of view, I think it ticks that box as well. You know, obviously stuff like that can be adjusted through force feedback settings and stuff. I'm sure if I turned up the, you know, I think there was a setting of track vibration or something like that. I'm sure if I tampered with settings like that, I could change that feeling. But the out-of-the-box feeling I'm getting right now, that's what I feel. So yeah, overall, to sum up the feeling and the physics I'm getting right now, I think it's very good. Like, the foundations are very, very good. It does feel very, well, very realistic, first of all, but also very fun to drive as a result of it feeling realistic. So not many complaints in that department, you know, and ultimately, you know, when you're making a sim, I think that is probably the most important thing. How does it drive? So yeah, let me know down in the comments below, what are you guys making of AT Evo so far? I'd be intrigued to see the general consensus. Right, let's turn the TC down to 1. Let's go for a push lap. Just see what the car's like when we're on the limit. So T1, I think it's going to be 3rd gear. I would say so, yeah. Missed the apex slightly, but... So, best lap of the minute, 2:05.4. 2/10 up after T1. Got to brake quite early in these GT2s. Absolutely rapid in a straight line. TC still kicking in quite a lot, even on 1. No way that's flat out in a GT2. Oh, this car is so dodgy in the mountain section. Rides those curves really well though. A decent exit there. So we're 3.5 seconds up. On for a 2:01. Let's see what speed we can gather down this back straight. Woo! Oh, it's going to be over 300, I think. Struggling for a bit of traction there. Last corner. Cross the line then. 2:01.1. So yeah, on the limit, it does feel pretty good. Yeah, feels good. What we'll do then to end the video is something a bit more fun. We'll do a little 3-lapper. Last first. Maximum AI. We'll put the AI skill to 100%. A load of different cars. So that will just make it really interesting. One thing we might have to do is turn the graphics down with all these cars. I'm not going to be able to run it on high. I don't think the optimization on the graphics is there yet. So I'll put it down to low. 3 laps, Bathurst, last first. Looks like it's just all AMGs from what I can see. But let's see how we go. Let the carnage commence. Brake bias back. TC down. Here we go. What the fuck? What am I watching? As you can see, the AI probably need a little bit of work. Little bum drop there. Sorry, mate. Oh, another crash. So where are we? It's not updated yet. We should be. Oh! Oh my god! That's gone up the inside as well. Mate, they don't know where the walls are. Right, we're 21st. So far, I've not picked up any damage, which is good. We've avoided all that carnage. Can't really overtake in the mountain section. Go on. Down means nah. Let's see if we can get him on the straight. What is he doing? You okay, mate? Don't know why he's so slow on the straight. Don't know why he's so slow on the straight either. Deep, but we got the move done. That was some first lap. Jesus Christ. Right. I think there's going to be more of that on this lap as well. I just don't think they can race properly yet. Someone's going to hit the wall here, aren't they? Surely. I thought it was going to be loads of different cars, but it's just all the Mercedes at the minute. Oh, they're a bit cleaner on this lap, to be fair. Just a bit slow. I mean, bear in mind, this is on the maximum AI difficulty. You know, I'm on default setup with a fair amount of fuel on board, and I'm just rinsing them. Oh, a bit bouncy there. Oh! That was my bad. See, I don't really think damage is fully in the game yet. Oh, there we go. Got the inside of T1, why not? Sorry, mate. on. We've got to go down the outside. I reckon we can get that from here. Lovely. Lovely. So we must be 13th now. I don't think we're going to get the win. Unless something crazy happens. Which, to be honest, wouldn't surprise me. Problem is, when you get behind someone up here, there's nowhere to go. You can't overtake. Oh, Jesus. They're quite unpredictable. Right, I think we can get 2 more positions here before the end. Full send. Ooh. Yeah, I reckon we can get this guy into the final corner. Maybe even now, actually. Holy shit. Oh, mate, come on. Mate! Ah, you bastard. My thumb. That's it, car's dead. Oh, there we go. The engine just died out. Start it again. Where are we going to finish? Ah, mate, that's 26th. We deserve more than that. Let me quickly see if I can look at the replay there. What happened there? Just powered on through me. Look, that was a nice little dive bomb. I backed it up to make the apex, and then just... Oh! Really hurt. So yes, those are my overall thoughts on Assetto Corsa EVO. I think foundationally, it's very good. It's very rough around the edges and needs a lot of work. But I think it's safe to say it will be a great racing simulator when the full game comes out at the end of the year. Obviously, we're only on V.1 at the minute, and we'll await to see what it's like when it gets to V1.0. I think it's going to be good. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. Leave a like and subscribe if you did. And I'll see you on a video very soon. Catch you next time.